Hey there, Aries. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you are new to this channel, make sure you click that subscribe down below. It is free as always. And if you would like to be notified anytime I post new videos, ring that bell out beside it and they will be sure to let you know. Also share because you care. Give it the thumbs up, that like button down below. Click it, share your comments, share your life, help color my world with your love. As I color your world with this love and we come together, because wherever two on earth agree, it is done. So bring your best, bold, bright, beautiful dreams. Go digging in the back, dig around, go dig them up from outside the yard if you had to. Don't dig up no old dead bones, but you dig up your old dead dreams, okay? The beautiful ones, the possible ones you thought they never could happen, and bring them forward, bring them here. Okay, that's why this channel was started. That is what this is about. And you know, I'm uncovering and discovering as we go along, because I am just the microphone. I am not the message. You guys are the message. Our energy together is the message. Life is the message coming forward. And I sit on the other side of this lens of this camera every week and listen back to these as well. Not before I post them, afterwards on YouTube, just like you do, just like a viewer. So that then when this is quiet, these are open and I can hear. I can walk through this with you because we are the whole zodiac, right? We can listen to all the reads. We can level up. But even the Monday and Friday, their energy sessions, getting us concurrent, getting us flowing through. And in today's news, who is up? Boom, boom, Big Papa. We got Big Daddy Saturn. Look at that man. Look at that mind. Look at that massive energy coming on through here. Talk about the creator of life. That's who this is, the Time Master. And he is wanting to speak this week, and not with words, his inference, his presence. He is coming alongside, doubling up with us, because he has to do with tangible, practical, pragmatic, realistic manifestation, bringing about like food in your mouth when you are hungry, sleep for your head when you are tired, desire for your dreams, those things being reestablished and reinstituted. Now, I took the meditation time before we started to get a feel for what is really going on. So what I can say is something is messing with your rhythm. Something is messing with your rhythm. I smelled day old blood. That was gross. I don't know whoever that's for, but there was like some dried day old blood. It was, I don't know, like an old rag that it was on or something like that. And then these incessant ringing of your chimes, and not even the melodic sound that they make, but just the clanging, ching, ching, almost like they're walking around with them in a box, like things unfinished, undone, maybe even coming undone, okay? Now, once I knew all that, they were talking about come into the Mary L. Now, there are a few cards. Let's see, friend. Okay. You kept telling me you wanted to speak in color, and I was like, the affirmators? I said, they're very clear, but that doesn't seem like you this week, Aries. And you were like, no, we want some color. And I was clearing up all the decks as I do before we ever began here, so that you don't have to hear me do the raffle shuffling, that noisy stuff, and take your time to do that while we're on camera. But out came these from the massive deck. This was formed a few Mondays ago. Who knows when it will go back, but for now it is here. And so there's a message coming in there, but you want me to set up the energy with the Mary L. So let's take a look at what we have. Remember these guys coming on in here. 6 of discs and death. So 13. Ooh, baby. You wonder why I'm getting all excited? Because they were talking about that gate, that door. Oh, excuse me. Let me get situated here. Oh, please. Okay. So in the last read I was doing about Pisces, it was talking about the moon pulling the covers up over itself. Saturn's all like, he's like, Joyce, sit back and tell my story. I'm like, baby, give me that kiss. I love you, Big Papa. Anyway, y'all, I can't even. When I first saw that card, I was in love immediately, instantly. It's like the rest of the deck did not even matter. So that's an aside there. But he was talking about the moon pulling up its blanket, like going to sleep, and coming to that last sliver right before it becomes the complete new moon. Well, that would make sense, because that's 13 days later. And that's what death is here to talk about. Death is now here talking about that. So you're following what's going on in Pisces, is working towards that waning, that transitioning down. They were transitioning out of kind of like mischief mind. You could call it monkey mind, but it's like, you know, putting a mask on when you know better, do better, that type of energy going on. But here you're talking about doing better, This is the success. This is the alignment. This is the formulation of self. And in this death is not like the way we perceive it. It's about closure. It's about formulations. It's about manifesting form is what you're talking about here. You're creating something. He's like, he said, if you join me, we are. This we is me right now. He said, turn that W upside down. It becomes me. But so what we're formulating right now is weaving together your destiny and your divinity. And when they weave together, I want to know what they are. For one, they're this genie. They're this divining of the disc. They become eternal life, eternal joy, eternal peace, eternal pleasure. And this isn't just like, we call it hedonism. Yes, we're on the planet of pleasure, baby. But this isn't like lasciviousness and drunkenness where there's regret and debt the next day. It's literally like the thing that is the essence moving through you. It is the effervescence. It is the essential, the divine. It's those things that, ooh, baby, he's already trying. He's like, look at it opening up my throat. It is that juicy unctuousness, the divine, like your satisfaction of being able to speak your truth because you are truly satisfied. He's telling me when you're truly satisfied, this Raven apparently is a he today. When you're truly satisfied, you'll never devour another. There'll be no more paying for the poverty, taking a bite out of so that the next has to come and replenish it and replace it. And Saturn's like, it is about time. This old earth energy has worn him out. He is like, I am threadbare. I am so done with that. That is not even who I am. That is not even my image. That is not even my initiation. Saturn is already transitioning into the energy of the new era of air. We are going into 200 years of air. And this isn't just like lofty air, like chatter and prattle and blather and that type of thing where you say something you don't have to follow through. Like you make promises and you don't keep them. It's not that crap. It's not just like, oh, la-di-da-di-da, I feel good now. Wish it were here. And no, it's the backbone to go along with it. It's very much Aquarian energy. It's plasma. Because I see Aquarius as plasma. And just like I see Scorpio as, the water and the fire. They're merging of the energy here. And he's telling me with that merging becomes an emerging. Because that's what this death is doing. Look at this beautiful soul emerging. It's like coming through the veil, coming through the waters, the plasma waters. Life is going to restore you and refill you and revitalize you. This is the ancient one. This is the word of wisdom here. Tickling your ear. Messing with your mind, but in a good way, baby. Okay, so not to linger there too long. Sorry, they swooning me in. I don't know what else to do, y'all. Okay, so Big Papa, come talk to us about it. And since you start with 23, the news of the Raven coming in here, this divine connection for creative's sake is bringing in that fullness of the moon as it begins to dissipate even now. It is awakening kind of that, well, we go from the harvest into the hunter, but it's awakening that desire inside of you. But that is where hunger is fulfilled. The desire is fulfilled. How beautiful, the pumpkin, the orange, the initiation down here has to do with the hunger and the desire. Being perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Fully desirable. Okay, Aries. Let's go in here and let's get us a card. So what I'm thinking I'll probably do is we have our nice uncommon here to get some underlying. And let's get to the true heart of this. Let's get to the true heart of satisfaction. Ooh, somebody's got their bags packed coming to see you, friend. I don't know who that is. We got judgment coming on in here. Okay, this is a fiery judgment, not like boom, boom, boom. No, this is like, whew. This is that clear, look at that. The clarity judgment. This is just beginning to form and come into being. This is it in its full self. Why are you weaving me over there? Okay, he's crossing hairs, crossing ties, creating that connection, the spark, creating a spark. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Do y'all see this energy? There's a message and a meaning going on here. There's a message and a meaning in everything you do, everything you wear, everything you think. Don't get all like paranoid and spooky. No, be all like this, like, I live as the one. I am the chosen one. I chose myself. I divide my will. We look down. We decide, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll go do that. I'm built for that. I'm made for that. How do we want to build me? How do we want to make me look? Where do we want to make me live? Where do I want to be born? Well, who do I want to be my parents or not my parents, right? Or what situations do I want to come into that divining? And that's why you all wore out. There was a bit of lessons and things to learn. He's like, whoops, sorry, that's that first stage of karma, that first 28 years. He's like, it doesn't have to be that way, because once you know better, you can do better. Remember Pisces, that moon being pulled up, that blanket being pulled over. Well, then that in the 2 weeks becomes the death. It becomes the new moon coming in. So by this new moon, you'll have this success, this alignment, this eternal peace, this everlasting life, this everlasting joy, the fruitfulness and the bounty therein. Your authority is going to begin to make itself known and shown. Is big, baby. Is big, is big, is big, is big. And Aries, you can handle big, right? You're like, but boom, I can handle big. Okay. So Judgment's telling, well, get ready then. Can you handle all this? Can you handle all this? Because Judgment said, I can handle all this, but can you? Can you? And so with that, we're going to get, they're not wanting uncommon. Let's get a cosmic. Let's get a cosmic to go with this double X, right? Some exponential energy going on there. Is it what we said? Is it a reiteration? This exponential energy. Can you read that? That says the sun. Can you see that? Look at that. Can you see this reiteration going on here? And you light up like the full emanation. You are the full, talk about the whole tarot deck. You are like this massive deck. You're the questions and the solutions, not the problems, babe. The questions. And they want us to ask better questions. They want us to get to know ourselves, to begin to awaken, to not be afraid to ask, to lean in. A lot of times kids go through that phase where they ask a lot and they're just told to shh down, to pipe down. Some of us, that got snuffed out then. Like a pilot light, if you've ever had a hot water heater, if the power light goes out, it does not relight itself. So let's relight that here. Let's ignite it now with this power. Okay? This is the power to ask. And not like, can I have this? Can I have that? No. There are many things you want to know. To reawaken your curiosity, your desire to be intimate with life, with the world and the goings on around you, to be able to see things with a new lens, with a new eye, not to just be limited because somebody else is like Saturn's rules, Saturn's regulations, stick you up in the karma, make you go back into learning time and time again. The planets aren't affording us that. They're like, do you think we came for that? I wouldn't even waste my time. He is the time master. He's like, I don't have time. Ain't nobody got time for that. He is like, what I came here is to afford you how to play with time, how to move time, and how to take things that are and that are required. You know, this is kind of some social system and some justice going on here as well. And to make them pleasant and enjoyable, like through the eyes of a child. Because it's often needing that creative interplay to move things and mull it around enough that it cracks it open. That's not a mistake. It awakens something in you. Okay. So do I want, okay, yeah. We're going to pick a rune on that. It awakens something in you, Aries. Makes you a little perky. Y'all, when I'm channeling, I so try and control them. It's not happening. So just forgive, or leave some smiley faces and thumbs up down below in your comments. You don't even have to leave words. Remember, he's here with his presence. His inference is trying to say, just say, keep going, joy. Keep going, joy. Y'all, I'm believing. I'm believing that there's purpose behind all this going on. That it brings you into this beauty in life and the enjoyment of the pleasure of who you are, that brings you in and affords you this, okay? They have affords you this new lens, this new perspective, so that you can be refreshed and renewed, that you can be satisfied, that your desires awaken and your desires are fulfilled. All right, that's the double X right here. Okay, so look, perky, buoyant, happy, and elated. That is amazing. Taking your mountains and turn them into molehills. And anything that comes your way, that's what it does, because you see it with such a great mind, such a vast mind. Because look how small the person is here, and look how great this wisdom, this spirit, this divine energy is here. You know, this Saturn energy coming along. When you see it from their perspective, when you allow that channel of life and that channel of light to move through you, that emanation to travel in and out and to pulse and to give its synergy alongside you, it just makes everything small, and it awakens this playful energy in you, and that makes you perky, buoyant, and light. Can you imagine? Remember how kids go flying out of the bed? Remember how they can't sleep in on Christmas morning? They're all like, ah, you know, staying up late and then getting up early, and you're like, how'd they do it? How'd they do it? That's because they're made of the sun. That's because they're connected with all of this. You know, this set aside preconceived notions, that type of judgment, those limitations, those ideas of what we think things are. That isn't how you want it to be. Do you want all those rules and regulations? Do you want to be demanding and commanding of yourself all the time? Do you want to have to make yourself and gotta make yourself and well, I gotta want to go do that, you know? No, can it just be, oh, goody, I get to go. And today we get to this, and now I get to this. I mean, could you imagine seeing it all with that excitement? With that open heart and that open mind, that fleshing and that bringing forward. So you're wanting to wait on this one for a moment. You're stepping forward into the return of that energy. That's what you're wanting to bring in here, the 7, the armadillo, the groundedness. And this is about you returning. So that ancient energy, that long, long ago energy, I don't care, baby, if you're 18, you tune in here, that was long, long ago. Because when something like that leaves you, it feels like forever ago that it happened. Okay, that's this energy. Long ago, see those suns returning to yourself. See those ancient energies coming along, and you've had guides and guidance getting you here. They've been trying to deliver you to this point, to this moment, seen and unseen. Let me tell you, friend. And let the seen ones come in too. Let the earth angels come into your life and into your realm. They're here to afford you the opportunity of facilitating your time, of speeding up, not to where it's like, you know, hurriesome or worrisome, or where you shortchange yourself. Shortcuts don't have to shortchange. Shortcuts don't have to shortchange. He's telling me something here. He's saying there's a card over here. Shortcuts don't have to shortchange. Ace of Discs. This is confirmation. There's a shortcut for you. A shortcut to your heart. To restore yourself, to get you back immediately. It's to find yourself, divine yourself from inside. This is the secret of the labyrinth, okay? This is the secret of knowing yourself here. That in that movie, you could be the one that if you're intimate with it and you just take time to stop and to breathe, it will open for you. That wisdom that we've gotten over here, that intimacy with yourself of like choosing to view it with new eyes, to see it with a more uplifted nature, it opens the gate for you. The one that's too high for you to see over. Here on earth. And it plugs you in to what? The harvest. This is talking about harvest of souls, y'all. That as you step forward in your golden, divine, juicy, unctuous, delicious self, the one who is fulfilled, the one who is satisfied, the one who's desirable and desiring, complete, lacking in nothing. What is happening here? What are y'all telling me? Okay, there's another card hanging out over here. Apparently they're wanting to work this side with Marielle. Okay. It brings in the Emperor. There's an impression being made to open you up. To open up your potential. To convert you fully into your actual, that there will no longer be that state anymore. I didn't know there was such. Thank you, Big Papa. Let me give him a little. Thank you, Big Papa. Fully converting all of your potential into action potential. That it no longer has to go through these long extenuating circumstances and loops. That it comes into that eternal state. It's aligning with this. What? They said we've got your back. Power and prosperity. It's in your mind. It's in your heart. It's in your soul. You've already decided that you want this, friend. You're made for this. Vernon, you're made for this. You're made for this. So let's get a rune. Credit card. You're made for this. What are you made for? Hang on. That way. Shock block. You divine, baby, but there's something stuck. Let's see. What are we sticking? What are we sticking? What are we sticking? What do you want to do? Okay. I knew something was different. So I have these energy color cards, but they're wanting me to go to these. They're crystal cards, but I use them like energy color cards. So some stuff rumbling on your heart. I see it. How do we divine this heart? But we already knew it. What's the secret? That's interesting. It's what you wouldn't have perceived. Smoky quartz is the key. Smoky quartz is the key. It's in your soil. It's in your soil. It's in your soil. You're telling me that that's how their labyrinth even grew. It's in your soil because I knew it was very earthy. The harvest, it's in your soil. Let's sweeten your soil. How do we sweeten the soil of Aries right here? It's way up in my ears, y'all. Way up in my ears. Okay, there's another card sitting on top. Dreams come true. That's how you sweeten up your soul. All right, I'll tell you. Open your desires. Remember, there's that movie, Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you desire it. That's not just dreaming it. That's like in your mind's eye, you're tasting the dream. This is like your mind's eye, right? All down through into your belly. Like you can taste it. You can smell it. Imagine a favorite food that you often crave. Get that picture in your mind. You're going to make sure you go and get it, right? There's this unique phenomenon that they've done subliminal programming on people. These were tests and people who chose to submit to these tests, right? And so they show different images of, like in one case, they showed them a euro and then they showed them a penny. And the person didn't know because it was a subliminal message that came to them. And then they were told to press this object as hard as they could as to how much they wanted to get. It would make the coin bigger, right? And they weren't pressing a coin, but their mind was to press this object harder and they would get a bigger coin. Well, those who have been shown the penny barely pressed. Those who have been shown the euro pressed harder, okay? So that's it. Show yourself your dreams. Let your mind begin to get wet with them. Desire them. Stir up that desire. Stir up the desire. Strike at the band. Stir up the desire, right? Like you can't have cake till you begin to mix it and bake it. The anticipation, the expectation. You're talking about the genie, the divine. Like rub that belly, baby. Stir it up. Stir God up. Stir God up. And that brings in this. It brings in kindness. But this is clearly talking about abundance. The fruit bat and the flying fox. Let's talk about your prayers being answered. Whatever you call it, prayers is that communication with the divine self, the greater than oneself, that energy beyond the creator. In this case, Big Papa. He's like, come talk to me. Come talk to me, friend. Okay, so this is bringing it into you. And there's something about a shell, about a resonance, about a shield. The wings, the shield, the bird. The bird, the shield, the wings. Hang on. I'm trying to see what I've got like that around here. The bird, the shield, the wings. Okay, thank you. All right. So, the mystical dream. Oh, the mystical dream terror. The bird, the shield, the wings. I'm like, what you talking about? Can't you prepare me ahead of time when I've been dreaming and meditating for you guys? Let's see. So there's something that wants to be seen first of all. The Lady of Pentacles. This is your divine self and the alignment of who you are. This is like a switch plate on a wall. Turn yourself on. Take it as you need to hear it. Turn yourself on. Awaken yourself up. I mean, this full thing, do what delights you because it's even beyond your desires. Don't just stir your desires, the things that seem impossible. Go ahead and be fulfilling and stimulating yourself, right? In the things that bring you pleasure that you already have access to. Like me, I love to go biking, so I love to go for a spin often near sunset time. I love to go walking, so I like to go walk earlier in the day. I love to hula hoop, so I do that for myself. I like to have a hot cup of tea in the morning or a nice hot cup of coffee in the afternoon. Those are things that I afford myself the opportunity of. That's very much, this flying fox says that you have the power in your hands for so many things. And when you begin to do that, you begin to honor yourself. And when you honor yourself, it opens up. This is a reiteration. Look, these two are working in synergy. See those three portals? See those three layers? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that brings in abundance because this is a booby doll. It's fertility. It's extreme abundance. It's the opening of the channels in the waters. They're talking about the waters, the divine sea, baby. We're stirring you up. We're getting you excited. I like that. And if you can't see, it's a card that's down. Can you see that? What's divine in your eye? The 8 of Swords. Okay, this is another block. You've blinded yourself to certain things about your own magnificence, Aries. Why? Why? I know you're an awesome initiator and you're able to see it for others and take off and speak it out and to come along as like one who's divine and true. But there are secret desires that you have as well, friend. Secret desires that you have as well. Something is wanting to talk and I'm trying to find it because you're very much... I'm not going to let you get off here. You've worked hard for your money. I want you to be set free from that. You know, to be unblocked in the mind's eye, to be able to see yourself as abundant, as more than just the hard work, as more than just the initiator. How about you be the receiver of life? That's very clearly what he's saying. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Papa? To be the receiver of life. I mean, that's what he's doing. He's opening this channel, the vault. The vault. Opening all of life unto you, Aries. Be the receiver of life. Be it. That's my hope and prayer for you. I mean, the birds reiterating. He's like, call. Delight yourself. Impress yourself. When I talk about the impression here, well, the Emperor, I mean, he already taught me that in one of the other decks, my new, the uncommon deck. I love when he comes out. He's like, I'm the whole reason you bought this deck. You bought this deck just to get me so I can come forward and talk. And he's talking about the Emperor is the Empress and not E-M-P-R-E-S-S. The I-M. I'm. The aligning of the eyes. The Empress. The being fully established and marked and stabilized to where it affords you all that life does. It affords you this. And he's wanting to afford you this. The wheel to turn, that you don't have to be the initiator of that anymore. He wants to stir you up. Let Big Papa stir you up. Baby, I love that. I think I might just have to call it that, friends. So I hope you click on it. I hope you also leave me comments down below so you color my world with your love. Here's to your best, bold, bright, beautiful dreams. I love you, friends. Stop back by again real soon. Check out the Freaky Fighter and other placements that you have here at the channel. Bye.